You're watching News Center 1.
Good evening. Authorities use air support to extinguish a blaze sparked this morning.
Plus, a new roadway in Box Elder will now give residents easier access to city, schools, and highways.
And a little later in Botanical Garden, why you shouldn't worry even if the summer has your vegetables looking wilted or even dying. And welcome to News Center 1 at 5:30. I'm AdamU.
And I'm Brittany Scheck. Thanks for watching. Hundreds of thousands of people are in the Black Hills for the annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. The official start to the annual event began today. Let's get to the rally tally. So far, there have been 71 DUI arrests, 317 total citations, over 1,100 warnings, 11 injury accidents, and 2 fatal accidents. Speed and alcohol are factors in the first fatal crashes of the rally. One of those fatalities is 48-year-old James Mills from Indiana. Authorities say he was driving west on US 14 near Pioneer Drive in Spearfish. Mills applied his brakes and lost control. The bike slid on the roadway. A Minnesota man also died on the road. The name of the person is not yet being released. What we do know is the man was traveling east on South Dakota Highway 44. The rider was traveling too fast to negotiate a curve in the road, lost control, went off and struck a post. The driver suffered fatal injuries as a result of the crash. Speed and alcohol were contributing factors in the crash. He was not wearing a helmet. His name is being withheld pending notification of next of kin.
Today, officials started the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally was marked with the 5th annual Legends Ride as well. Celebrities such as Journey guitarist Neil Schon and legendary motorcycle daredevil Robbie Knievel and many locals took part in the scenic 55-mile drive through the hills from Deadwood to the Sturgis Buffalo Chip. All proceeds from the Legends Ride were given to 2 local charities, the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum and the Black Hills Special Olympics.
Came to us and said he'd like to help us with our greatest need, and our greatest need has been transportation, getting kids to and from events. And so he said, well, why don't I find out about getting you a way of getting from home to the events. And so that's how it is that we came to agree that a bus would be a good thing.
The new Black Hills Special Olympics bus was unveiled at the Legends Ride today, and of course some athletes were on hand. Since the Legends Ride began, it has raised nearly $250,000 for local charities.
Meanwhile, authorities remain on high alert for any fires that might spark in the Black Hills. Just after 11 o'clock this morning, authorities were on the scene near Dark Canyon area near Rapid City for a 3-acre fire. No evacuations have been ordered. Fire officials do have a hose line all the way around the blaze, but haven't called it contained. Authorities are calling this fire the Brush Creek Fire. No word yet on what sparked it in the first place. A wildfire burned nearly 500 acres just north of Rapid City and threatened about 50 homes before it was contained. Firefighters say an area resident working on a landscaping accidentally started the West Nike fire on Sunday morning. The homeowner won't be charged. On Sunday evening, firefighters contained the Bear Gulch fire in Custer State Park. It scorched 25.5 acres. A road grader sparked the fire on Friday. More than 100 people fought the blaze.
The pilot of an ultralight plane made a safe emergency landing in a field near Rapid City after experiencing mechanical problems in flight. Authorities identified the pilot only as a local rancher. They say his plane's engine shut down shortly after takeoff on Sunday, prompting the emergency landing. The pilot was not hurt and the plane was not damaged.
A major issue surfacing recently in South Dakota is human trafficking. Recently, 4 cases of human trafficking have been investigated in Sioux Falls. U.S. Attorney Brendan Johnson says that although there are no reported cases in western South Dakota, that does not mean that it's not occurring. He says that one major way to help stop it from growing is through community awareness. If people become suspicious and help police, more investigations can take place.
Bottom line is recognizing here in South Dakota, we're not immune from problems like human trafficking. And I know people often associate that with bigger cities, Philadelphia, New York. But even here in South Dakota, we do have human trafficking. And oftentimes the human traffickers prey on the most vulnerable people that we have in our communities. Oftentimes young girls who are having problems at home or recent immigrants into the community.
Johnson encourages all parents to keep a close eye on not only their surroundings, but more importantly, their children.
A new roadway in Box Elder will now give residents easier access to the city, schools, and highways. This morning, there was a ribbon cutting with Box Elder officials and Ellsworth officers to commemorate the extension of Tower Road. This new roadway will give Ellsworth residents direct access to Liberty Boulevard. The Box Elder mayor says this is a great thing for the community and they know it will be utilized.
It's important for a couple reasons. Is because we have to have a way for the people that live in Centennial housing to get to school, get downtown, get into the city of Box Elder, and prior to that, they usually went out one of the gates at the base, and this way they'll close they'll close the opening off of Scott Boulevard on the base. At the same time, we open this gate up here because of security reasons.
And they're also hoping to open a second access road by 150th. Speaking of the roads, a lot of bikers out there today and a lot of traffic.
I hadn't noticed so many in Rapid this weekend, but they are here now. So.
Yeah, and they're still coming in.
Yeah.
They're still coming in from out of state, so usually they'll peak out